today, marking Ukrainian Independence Day around the world. Maryna Baydyuk is the executive director of the non-profit United Help Ukraine, hosting an event in Washington, D.C. for the occasion. Maryna, thank you for being with us. Tell us what's happening there.
Hi, Karen. Thank you so much for invitation. I'm happy to be in your studio. And also, I would like to say Happy Independence Day to all Ukrainians in Great Britain and the US as well. And of course, in Ukraine. We started celebrating Independence Day yesterday when United Help Ukraine organized a run that was called Vyshyvanka Run. Vyshyvanka is a symbol of Ukrainian resilience. It's the embroidered shirt that is different for every region. And then we honor Ukrainian culture by organizing this run for the second year in a row. We had over 120 people, half of them Americans, joining us in celebration of Ukrainian country. That was our beginning of our celebration. Yesterday was also a National Flag Day of Ukraine. And today we continue celebrating Ukrainian independence with a rally at the White House. We've been doing it since 2014 and sometimes even earlier, but as an organization, United Help Ukraine started doing it back in 2014, continue to rally at the White House. We will have our community, Ukrainians, Ukrainian Americans, Americans and friends of Ukraine joining us. Then the group will march from the White House to the monument of a very famous Ukrainian poet. He was also a fighter for Ukrainian independence and fighter of Ukraine. His name is Taras Shevchenko. I'm sure many of you know him. So we will have a concert. The march will proceed from the White House. It's about 30-minute road to the memorial for Taras Shevchenko, where Ukrainian children that are part of Ukrainian school, Ukrainian dance groups. We will also have some of Ukrainian local bands singing, dancing, and celebrating.
I must interrupt you because we don't have a lot of time. Thank you for giving us so much of the detail of what's going to be going on. But I also wanted to ask you about, you used the word celebrating Independence Day, but how poignant are those celebrations for Ukrainians while the war is still going on?
This day is very important for Ukrainians who continue to fight for their independence. We here at United Help Ukraine started supporting Ukrainian people in their fight back in 2014. For the past 12 years, we delivered over $83 million in aid supporting Ukrainian defenders. Medical system, humanitarian aid was delivered to Ukrainian people, and we continue to do so. Here in the United States, our organization, together with others, are advocating for long-lasting and just peace for Ukraine. We know that since 1991, Ukraine has been a democratic, independent country. And in 1994, Budapest Memorandum showed that security guarantees didn't mean much back then. So now when the peace negotiations are at place, it is very important to understand what those security guarantees are going to mean for Ukraine and the peace in Europe. And we hope at United Help Ukraine that peace negotiations will bring ceasefire and long-lasting and just peace for Ukrainian people who are celebrating independence today.
Some of those significant events have been taking place very close to where you are in Washington, D.C. We saw that meeting at the White House between Presidents Trump and Zelensky. I wonder how you regard the prospects of some success out of what is going on, your levels of optimism. Please tell us how you feel and what will be happening at Ukraine's next Independence Day. Will things be different?
We as an organization organized actually another rally to meet and greet President Zelensky and European delegations at the White House on Monday. We all had our hopes high. However, as we saw, it was good progress made. We really believe and hope that peace negotiations, and again, as the first step, European leaders were at the White House together with President Zelensky talking to President Trump. It's a first step. We hope that, of course, by next Independence Day, we can celebrate some progress in peace negotiations. What's important to say is that it has to be long-lasting and just. we know that in 1991, 92% of Ukrainians voted for independence. And that includes regions of Lugansk and Donetsk that are now in question. Over 80% of people in those regions voted to be with Ukraine, and they remain Ukrainian territory.
Okay.
The same way with Crimea, that is a Ukrainian territory. So for us, Ukrainian integrity, territorial integrity is important, but it's not just the land, it's people who are going to be under Russian occupation. And that's what we really need to work on to make sure that people of Ukraine have just peace, long-lasting and just peace. It's not just for a year or two. It's for, again, for years to come, that Ukraine can rebuild and restore and move forward.
Maryna Baydyuk, director of the non-profit United Help Ukraine, joining us from Washington, D.C. on Ukrainian Independence Day. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for having me.